Hey guys, it's Bear. Welcome back to the channel. About a year ago now, I did a video called Knife Modifications. This is going to be considered Knife Modification 2. Okay, this is where that ends, and we're going to take off and actually do a little bit, show a little bit of navigation with this method. This is a method that was taught to Blackie by his Uncle Benny. Uncle Benny was quite the character. He was a Marine during World War II, and one of the actions that he participated in was Guadalcanal. He was what they called, I believe, scout snipers. Today we call it force recon. He spent most of his war in front of the line. Okay, he was an artillery spotter among other things. But he had a K-bar. You know, all the guys were issued K-bars back then. And he modified his. And as a tribute to Uncle Benny, I modified mine. Okay, this is my Benny. Alright, and Blackie has showed me how to set it up and how to use it, and now I'm going to share it with you. The first thing that he did was he modified the peen. Okay, these are 4 cardinal points of a compass. That's the way you need to look at them. The yellow is north, okay? And then you've got your east, your west, and your south, okay? I differentiated the color from my top one to make it the north, okay? Keeps things simple. Now, anywhere you stand in the northern hemisphere, as you can see from the camera, you face south. Okay, cuts down, it makes things less complicated. But what you want to do to make this thing work is take your compass and point the north side away from the sun. Now the sun is right up here above me. Okay, so the yellow will be toward me. Alright, there's my yellow, there's the south. South is pointed in the direction of the sun. So we've got that established. That's south. Now what we're going to do for my guys in the southern hemisphere, flip it. Okay, as you face the sun, everything will face north. No, that's not thunder in the background, guys. That's the Navy out clearing its throat, or the Air Force. We've got 2 major Air Force and naval bases within just about 10 minutes of flight time from here. But anyway, back to my little video. Scenario: you're in the woods, you've fallen and hit your head and you're a little bit disoriented. You got to get out. You want to get help. Maybe your hunting partner, if you have one with you, has done the same thing, fallen and hit his head. Alright guys, this works very well for a box. Navigating a box. If you want to go to the Geological Survey website and order you topo maps, they can work with this. This is easy, okay? This is not complicated. Be sure you're familiar with your maps. Be sure you're familiar with your areas, okay? I'm very familiar with this area, so I don't need a map or a compass. I just know where to go. But if I was in an area that I was familiar with, but not that well acquainted with, this will come in handy, okay? If you're using the map, orient your map where your north is to the top, your south is to the bottom, and your east and west fall into their places. All right? Pick out your landmarks, okay, and decide which is going to be the path of least resistance to get you or to get your partner out to help. Okay? It's probably not going to be to the point where you have to burn your golden hour, which is a medical term that folks may or may not recognize. Old medics know it because it's been said that there is a 1 hour clock from the time of the incident until the patient really is too far past going. It's called the golden hour, and not to be over dramatic, okay? Don't mean to be over dramatic, but you need to get out quickly as possible, okay? Be familiar with your area, orient your map to your compass, and go from there. Now, you decide which area that you want to go toward. I'm going to pull a blackie, bring out my whiteboard. Now, as you can see, I've designated this as north. Okay. We have a body of water. We have a road. This green here is forest, heavy forest, and there you are, right in the middle of everything. Now, of course, your easiest point of access is going to be that road, okay? This road right here. That's going to be your quickest, easiest exit route. Now, we can complicate things and put a pond in between you and the road, but just for this example, we're going to keep it just as simple and just as basic as we can, okay? Now, let me put this down. Grab Benny. All right. I reorient my cardinal points north toward me. Now, on that map, the quickest direction to safety is going to be west. All right? This is your west. So what you want to do is orient yourself in that direction. Without rotating the knife of compass, rotate yourself. Okay? See? We've still got our cardinal points oriented. And you want to go this direction. Okay? That's what you want to do. Now, knowing your area, you can pick you a landmark, some topographical feature, a rock, a specific tree within your line of sight. Okay? Another thing that Uncle Benny did was he made it a sight so you can pick your direction. Okay? He modified his knife like a rifle sight. I don't know. Let's see if I can get that up close. Yeah. All right. You see that notch? Don't put anything. Don't say anything now. Okay? I know where the knife's at and I know where it's pointed. Just keep it cool. All right. See the notch right there? Well, that acts like a rear rifle sight. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to use this edge of the blade as your front sight. And you're going to hold it up and you're going to look through the notch to the blade of the knife. And that's what you're going to aim at your landmark. Okay? I don't know if I can get it where you can actually see it or not, but let's try, just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, right about there. You can see how that works. You pick your target, and then you walk from your starting point, your X, to that target. Okay? Whether it's 100 feet away or 100 yards away or whatever. Okay? Walk to your target. When you get to your target, you're going to briefly reestablish, reorient, south, north, west, east. Okay? You should still be on your western mark. Okay? At your landmark, pick another target downrange from you, farther out. That will give you a second spot to walk to. Alright? When you get there, reorient, pick you another target, and keep going. What that looks like on the board is this. Alright? Let me adjust my camera down just a little bit. Well, I thought I was. Yeah, there we go. What you're going to do is you're going to move from your starting point out to your first landmark. Then you're going to reorient and you're going to go to your second landmark. And you're going to do that repeatedly until you get to your destination, which in this case is our road. Now, you don't have to overcomplicate this, okay? This is it's like I said at the beginning of the video. This is land navigation at its most basic form, okay? Will it get you out of a tight spot? Yes, it will get you out of a tight spot. If you're looking to come within just a few minutes of a degree, this ain't your option, okay? This is what you would be when everything has gone off in a ditch and you need to get from point A to point B in a hurry and you don't have your lensatic compass with you. Okay? GPS is good until you turn it on. Okay? Let's just be fair. I have seen so many vehicles misdirected through the tightest road possible because of GPS. Okay? I never use GPS. Well, I can't say never because sometimes I do. Sometimes I use it. Most of the time I use it when I'm going off somewhere in my final 10 miles or so to my destination. I'll turn it on and go from my current location to my destination. If I'm just out navigating around, I'm going to have a paper map. Okay, guys, I'm just old school. I digress. You set yourself up here at your starting point. You go to your first landmark, you take your sighting and you move to your first landmark. You take a second sighting and you move to your second landmark. And you do that so on until you reach your target. Target is road and rescue. Okay? It's not hard. It's not hard at all. And I encourage you to try it out. You know, it's always good to have a backup. It's always good to have a backup. And this is about as backup as you can get. This is about as idiot-proof a land navigation as you will find. Okay? Like I said, this is just about as idiot-proof as you're going to get because it's the most basic. There's less to go wrong. Well, there may be somebody out there that will mess it up, but hey, that's on them. That's not on us. But you set your orientation. You take your sighting, okay, and you navigate. A equals B equals C. Could not get any more simple than that. There is one more trick that I want to show you that Uncle Benny did. Okay. This was also his rangefinder. That's my rangefinder. This being ground level, this notch here at the top is a 6-foot man. Pardon me. Top notch is a 6-foot man at 100 yards. This notch, the middle notch, is a 6-foot man at 250 yards. This notch is a 6-foot man at 300 yards. And all you do is you take it, you put the marks toward you, and you hold it out, and you look at your target, and you establish your height. It's real easy. For hunting, 300 yards down here is going to be about the longest shot that you take. You're not going to find very many 6-foot deer, granted. But if you're a woodsman worth your salt, you'll be able to adjust this to fit your deer. Your average mature buck, his head will stand about this high off the ground. We'll call that 4.5 to 5 feet. Okay. This is 6. Do the math. Okay. Kentucky windage. And you can adjust either way. And it's fairly accurate. Your average doe stands about 4 feet tall-ish. Again, just roll back the distance. You know, you're going to use your Kentucky windage on it anyway. All right? Estimate, figure out what's closest, whether it's 100 yards out, 250 yards out, or the full 300 yards out. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you, this knife modification 2.0. I'm sorry that it took so long, but I do hope you enjoy it. And if you feel motivated, get you a knife and do your mods, okay? Now, to do this, you're going to need a knife that has a pommel here on the end of it, okay, a hammer disc. They're out there. If you find one better than the K-bar that you want to modify, then by all means, you're not going to offend me by not using a K-bar. Cut your notch so you can sight your path of travel. And just for kicks and giggles, if you're looking for some way to spend an afternoon, set you up a rangefinder. It's real easy. I have an antique brass rangefinder. Well, I say it's a reproduction of a Victorian U.S. Army rangefinder. And I calibrated this to that. Okay, so 100, 250, 300. Try it out. I think you might like it. And you never know. You may actually get an opportunity to use it in the proper way. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this short video, and we're going to do some more, okay? We may set up a scenario, I may set up a scenario where we actually have to put this into use. Maybe. It just depends on the availability of time. We, as you know, this time of the year, Blackie and I we're in the wind, okay? Kids have gone back to school for me, and I've got to be close by for them. But anyway, we'll see what we can do. We've got some more fun stuff coming down the pipeline for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down in the comment section, please. I want to know your thoughts. Do you have your own Benny story to tell? Let me know. Let us know. Don't forget to hit that subscription button and that bell icon, because I want you to get all the videos from Bears Always. Alright? I have a lot of fun doing this for y'all, and I hope you enjoy it too. And with that, we'll see you down the road.